So here we are.
I was going to try to say something cool here since we're about to start off on a big adventure. Of course, I blew it. So here's what's happening. My name's Brendan. This is Maëlle. We're standing in front of this church in France. It's raining. We barely know each other. And we're going to try to run around Mont Blanc now.
Okay, here we go. All right, let's do it.
The Tour du Mont Blanc is a 165-kilometer loop around Western Europe's tallest mountain, Mont Blanc. According to Wikipedia, it's one of the most popular long-distance walks in Europe. Also, according to Wikipedia, the circular route is normally walked in a counterclockwise direction in 9 to 14 days. This is my friend Doug. His company, Run the Alps, does running tours in the Alps, and he asked if I'd like to do one. I said yes, but I can't be gone too long because I like hanging out with my 3-year-old. So I said, hey, how about the Tour de Mont Blanc in 5 days? Doug said most people do their longer 10-day option, but sure. I didn't really do the math, but if I did, I would have realized that 4 days of running with one rest day in the middle means 3 days that are ultra marathons.
Le chalet, le grand frites, un mayonnaise, and tomato sauce.
Yeah, or in American, that's ketchup.
Tomato sauce, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, ketchup. Yeah.
The tomates.
Yeah.
Alright, this is our high point for today.
They say it's important to begin your carb loading for the next day immediately upon finishing. Run the Alps offers guided and self-guided trips, and Maëlle and I are going self-guided, which kind of sounds independent, but really we're guided by this ton of information Run the Alps sent us. And this app, which contains everything we need. Directions and maps to track our progress, which honestly make getting lost pretty difficult. Reservations, food recommendations, contact numbers in case anything goes wrong, a sense of meaning, emotional stability, conversation topics, etc. Every day, a taxi service ferries our bags to our next hotel, we eat a huge breakfast, load up our running vests, and head out. So I'm just taking my bag into the baggage room for the taxi transfer.
This is north, so Chamonix is on this side here.
So where did we go yesterday?
We went around over to here, short day. Today we start here where we finished and we come all the way into Italy and we finish in Courmayeur over this side.
How are you going using those poles for the first time, Brendan?
You ever use your poles in flaccid mode?
Flaccid mode?
Yeah. It's less effective.
Oh, I can see that.
There's a spiritual element to it.
How's the grass in there, bro? Yeah. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Bonjour.
All these people behind Maëlle and me, they're doing the same thing we are. Circling Mont Blanc, which is something people have been doing since 1767, when this Swiss guy, Horace Benedict de Saussure, had a bunch of guides help him complete a circuit around the mountain. They were actually looking for a route to the summit, which Saussure was obsessed with, offering a bunch of cash to the first person to ever climb it. Jacques Balmat and Michel Gabriel Picard did it in 1786, and Balma guided Saussure to the summit less than a year later. There's actually a statue in Chamonix of Saussure and Balma pointing up at the mountain. Nowadays, about 20,000 people summit Mont Blanc every year, and just as many people, 20,000, trek or run around the mountain on the TMB each year. Most people doing it are hiking, and a few of us run it. But of course, the running includes a lot of hiking too. Every day of our trip had big climbs followed by big descents. This one was the biggest single climb of the route, ascending 4,400 feet in about 8.5 miles, right after breakfast.
No more gels there.
Okay. Hutchings.
Done? French baguette, close to Italian pizza. Peppermint sauce, not peppermint, it's definitely pepper sauce. Oh, parmesan. Ah, there. Wow.
What are we doing this afternoon?
We're running into Italy. Stock up on our French water, then off to Italy. Ciao. Bonjour. Bonjour. These are some toilets with a view we got up here.
Is there a bidet in that one?
Welcome to Italy. Ciao. Ciao.
TMB travelers basically carry one of 3 types of backpacks. A big backpack, which probably means they're camping along the way. A smaller backpack or large running vest, which probably means they're staying in hotels and mountain huts along the way. Or a small running vest, which means they're only staying in hotels, like Maëlle and myself. The hotels aren't that close together though, hence the long days on the trail. Here we are, headed up the last climb of the day before Courmayeur.
Should look behind you, it's a good view. What's on the watch, Brendan? The ultra running?
I got 28 miles, which means we need to start ultra running, so. Okay.
Yeah. Running ultras.
Yeah. Anything over a marathon is an ultra marathon, so you need to make that conscious switch in your head.
What do you think of that view? You want to get off your phone and have a look at the view? God, kids these days. What do you think?
No. I got TikTok, so I don't know what. This dog must be.
Up here. It is cold. It's fresh. We're waiting for the storm.
Put your hand over the top, see how big.
This is good for scale too.
Oh wow. What about pizza with chips on it? Brennan,
Yeah.
day 3 plus a rest day, so technically day 4. Same clothes, different day. What do you reckon?
I've changed clothes. I even have a different hat on. I have a different hat for every day. So mine are pretty fresh.
Was that part of, do we need to do that?
No, it's not mandatory.
All right, what's going on today? We're going from Italy to Switzerland, Grand Col Ferret.
The highest point on the tour, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Italy, for your hospitality.
What's great is the Alps are so steep, they don't give you the distance to the next thing. They just give you the time it should take you. How do you think they calculate that?
Mathematics.
Oh.
Hey.
Hola. Buongiorno. There's a word for what we're doing when instead of going to the top of something, you go around it. Circumambulate, to circle on foot, especially ritualistically. I know this because Nick Triolo wrote a book about it. Here's the author reading from the book while stirring a pot of soup in his kitchen.
What are we encircling? What's encircling us? These questions brought me into an intimate sense of stillness and motion, a calm aliveness as storms of an unstable future build. What if surviving the perilous times ahead requires us to identify with a different trajectory, one that relies on questing and returning, achieving and relinquishing, one that centers mystery and humility as a way home.
Also, maybe one with some cappuccinos.
Attitude on this.
We are hiking up the way to the Grand Col Ferret. Not a bad view for today's Stairmaster workout.
What are we looking up here, Brennan?
What does ferret mean in French? It says ferret. That can't be right.
Because this is Grand Col Ferret.
Yeah, so it means large ferret pass.
Large ferret pass. That's so good.
That's if Google Translate is correct. We don't know that.
Where are we? Now? Let's go. This way. Now. Let's go. Ciao. Let's go.
Alright, let's go.
Last climb of the day.
Are you serious?
Up to Champex-Lac.
Champex-Lac. Let's go.
I'll be ready to sit down.
Cool, man. Cannot wait for one of those really well-made Swiss seats.
I would take a poorly made Swiss seat at this point.
No, they don't make them in Switzerland.
Yeah. You gonna wear that again?
So we're staying at the hotel Splendid. And Splendid.
We have, I think, the best or the second best table in the dining room. And Mael is unhappy because I have the best seat at the best table in the dining room. Because my view of the Grand Commune.
This is my view.
I don't have to turn my head as far. He has to turn his head a little bit to see it.
Are you going to show them my view there?
Same view. You just have to turn your head.
Day 4 here, we're at Champex-Lac. How are we feeling?
Feeling like it's gonna be possible.
You ready for an ultra?
I'm ready for one more ultra.
One more.
We should state that not everyone does this route this quickly. There's a much more sane way to do it.
Yes.
We have more leisure time.
Not everyone does it in such epic proportions.
I had some worries going into this. Not speaking much French or Italian, which was not a problem. Getting lost, totally not a problem. Bad weather, very small problem. But mostly the mileage, which I am cautiously optimistic I will survive.
Just hiking up the bovine here. Brent, have a look behind you. There.
That's nice.
Pretty rad, hey. How do you make a motorcycle louder?
See, you're back in France over there.
I'm in France. Bonjour.
Okay, and I'm still in Switzerland.
What do you say?
Bonjour. I'm gonna come over and join you in France.
Oui.
If you run trails in the United States, especially the western US, you might be used to more wild terrain, long trails in roadless areas without a human-made structure in sight. In the Alps, it's different. The signage is clear and plentiful. You can find water taps every few miles, usually right next to a refugio, where you can shelter from a storm and probably also get a coffee and some food. As an American, I love the idea of being somewhere where I can get mauled by a bear and no one would even find my body for a few weeks. But as a citizen of the world, I love eating baked goods while sitting in a deck chair staring at an incredible mountain view. Your mileage may vary. That is a €9 apple crumble. But I recommend the apple crumble.
We're on the last climb of the day. Some say the rewards are in heaven, and we think we're right about at the top of heaven. Half-hour day, dude.
Big one. Another big one.
There's the church. This is where we started. Amazing express loop, maybe the fastest loop by two people, one from Australia, one from Missoula, originally from Iowa.
Ever.
Ever.
I had a good time. Yeah, I didn't even stub my toe.
Yeah, we had no
survived.
falls actually.
Yeah.
We had 0 falls.
I would say things I've done with 5 days off, pretty high up there.
I'd agree. Definitely something to do in a lifetime.
That was fun. Let's do it again, but not tomorrow.
Definitely not tomorrow.
Okay.
Merci.
Merci.
So, Michelle, we took 5 days to do the circuit, but we did 4 days running. So we think it's maybe a very fast time, probably because some people do it in 10 days, which is so long. But we did it in definitely moving time, less than 2 days. It's pretty good.
Oh yes, it's pretty good, but you know that for sure during a certain race called Tour du Mont Blanc, elite runners are doing all the loop in less than 20 hours. and you know that you are able to do this. But to do in just the loop in 2 days, walking, running, yes, it's a good performance. But maybe you can do better.
Is it that race is here? UTMB?
Yes, it is here.
Is it big?
Is it big?
Many people?
Oh yeah, 2000. For doing the loop around the Mont Blanc, 2,500.
Oh.
And you
Okay.
said, so you said, did you say 20 hours? 20 hours.
Yeah, I said less than.
Oh, less than.
Less than.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
That is fast.
Moving time?